I retweeted with a question and said, is this verified? Does anyone out there have any confirmation of this incident?
My husband and I are outraged and heartbroken over the kidnapping of more than 200 Nigerian girls from their school dormitory.
But hold on, we gotta take this day by day. Let us pray and keep their faces in our minds, and let us hope.
New developments this morning in the kidnapping of nearly 300 schoolgirls in Nigeria.
Together as one.
I was attending a program in the US, and I remember being in New York, and my friends in Colorado called me and said to me, "Oh, have you heard? We're so sorry." And I'm wondering, sorry about what? And they said about 300 girls were kidnapped from a place in Nigeria.
I was there when it happened, and it all started around 10:30 p.m. when we first heard the gun sound.
I got the news within the first 24 hours.
I saw it on social media, on Twitter actually, that girls had been abducted in Chibok.
I was actually in Thailand on vacation with my mother, and I saw this flashing on the screen while we were watching CNN.
On the same day that the bomb blast happened at Nyanya, and we woke up to also hearing about a kidnap that happened in a place called Chibok. I've never heard of Chibok, but we heard about a kidnap.
And keep their faces in our minds, and keep our hope from fading in the wind.
No, there's no way I would have envisaged that it would take this long. As a matter of fact, I thought that it was possible for the Nigerian state to organize itself and get them back in a matter of days.
Of the father, if anybody had said to me that you're going to be looking at 1,000 days without Chibok girls, probably might not be alive then, because the emotions were really, for me, it was something that I really took personal.
We didn't imagine 2 weeks. We didn't imagine 3 months. Because we just felt that these were human beings and they should never be allowed to stay that long.
I was outraged, I was outraged, I was angry. I was like, how can we let this happen?
How could life be meaningless? How could it be that in the same country where the destruction of a pipeline got so much frenetic action, the endangering of lives of children who had gone to be educated, and therefore who were going to be part of the stock of human capital that would be important to us as a nation, did not in any way, it did not in any way trigger anything close to the pain that our leaders feel when oil exportation is threatened in the country. It told too many stories, too many uncomfortable truths about our society.
I saw myself as a Chibok girl and what they were going through and what they had gone through. I knew I had gone through something like that. And I knew what poverty is and the fact that in this nation, when one is poor, one is voiceless, nameless, and faceless. One is not recognized as a human being.
Sometimes I wonder if these girls would have been rescued sooner if they weren't just girls, right? And I put just girls in quotes because there's sort of this mentality that, women are disposable and that they can be replaced.
Who has the audacity to commit such atrocity? It was totally unbelievable.
It was going to beat humanity out of us if the Chibok girls stayed longer than we anticipated at the time. And to think that, you meet some of these mothers and some of these fathers, and there's just this inner desire to see what they want come to pass as quick as possible, so they don't have to wait for so long. So not me or anybody in the movement thought that those children should be made to stay longer than few days, especially because people had come out en masse to cry for them.
What was very strange was I wasn't picking up news of anything about Chibok girls in the mainstream media. Nothing. It didn't seem, it seemed like we were in alternate realities, and that we were in a different, what would you say, what do they call climatic order, and then, Nigeria on the ground was a totally different country. Because nobody was talking about that tragedy. Nobody was talking about it on the radio, television, the newsprint, but on social media, we were, a lot of news was coming from Borno State. And then social media was taking up that, and a lot of handles were beginning to persist in demanding action for the girls.
For such people, I have been saying it a lot of time, that even if you carry them and go to Sambisa and show them Shakao and show them these girls, yet they will say it is not true. Just as, let's take example, Jesus Christ was born into the world for salvation, and he died, and he was taken up into heaven. But yet, people did not believe it. Many people did not believe it. Muhammad come and preached many things and died and left many legacy, yet people do not believe. Even God himself, by the nature he set in place, the sun and the moon, the thunders, rain will fall at its time without tarrying. Some people yet did not believe that there is God. So you cannot force people to believe that these girls are kidnapped.
We can win with everybody staying strong. We can make it right when something was done.
Absolutely. The rest of the girls will be brought back home. I have that hope. It is left for our government, who has the primary responsibility for the protection of lives and property, to realize that they can do it.
I think some of them can still come back, but the chances that we would get all of them is slim. And if that happens, then it would really be a miracle.
I have hope that they will be rescued or released. Yeah, rescued or released, or they may escape. Somehow I have hope that they will be back. And that's what keeps me personally and my colleagues going, because we don't have any evidence that tells us that they're dead. So if they're alive, they can be brought back, and they should be brought back.
Still have hope that the rest that are still missing will be back home soon.
Cause we can bring the darkness to the light. We have to make.
Don't give up. We're coming for you. You'll be home soon. Stay strong. That will be my message for them.
They should hold on to hope, that they should ensure that any way they can, if they can find any way to come back home, they should try to come back home. They should remember that we love them. They should not allow anybody tell them otherwise, whether that they will not be wanted, that we've been waiting for them for this long, and we want them to come back home. We want them to have them in our arms. We want them to go on to achieve dreams that they themselves have not even dared to dream.
Stay strong, we're coming for you. Never for a second think you are the victim here. Never allow your mind to crumble under the weight of the tragedy that you're currently going through. Never think for a moment that you will not be rescued. Do not think for a moment that the life you have been forced into is the life you should have. It's not true.
Don't stop fighting. Keep standing until we come for you.
Hold in, we're coming for them.
The world has not forgotten, and to keep the hope alive.
It would be that we're never giving up on you. We believe that you have the chance to rewrite your history. Your history doesn't stop with having been abducted by Boko Haram. We are standing for you because we believe that you have the opportunity of an incredible life.
Let's give them our attention, 'cause we're on a mission of their life. 'Cause
If we had yielded to the pressure of the Nigerian government, the Bring Back Our Girls movement wouldn't have lasted longer than the first day it started.
We are not going away. We would come back tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow until there is real action taking place to persuade us that the girls would be rescued.